The university award honorary doctorates to individuals of high distinction who have earned significant recognition and standing in their activities within education, business, culture, the professions, creative work, or public service. The Pro-Chancellor of the university will now confer upon Chris Jones the honorary degree of Doctor of Civil Law. The orator, Professor Lazanne Gibson, will read the citation.
Thank you. Pro-Chancellor. At the age of 19, Chris K. Jones made himself a promise that whatever path his career might bring, he would one day become a writer. In the decades that followed, he built a formidable business career, and his promise was never forgotten. While studying accounting and business administration at the College of New Jersey, Chris had the opportunity to come to Northumbria as an exchange student. Even then, back in 1989, his creative instinct was evident. Alongside his studies, he spent time in Newcastle writing a continuation of Macbeth in Elizabethan English. It was a clear sign that while he had a head for business, he had the heart of a storyteller. He launched his first company in his early 20s, and in 2009 co-founded Durant Rentals, a construction equipment hire business serving as its chief financial officer. From a 3-person startup, Durant Rentals grew into a multi-million-dollar business, named on a prestigious list of America's 5,000 fastest-growing companies for 7 consecutive years. Chris was recognized 3 times as CFO of the Year before making the decision to sell the business to a Canadian private equity group in 2019. The sale allowed Chris to step back from the boardroom to honor the promise made 30 years earlier. The result was Headcase, a gripping psychological thriller following a sports psychologist whose brilliance with troubled athletes is matched only by his own demons. Chris wrote the novel during the pandemic. It was published in 2022, winning awards and widespread critical praise before he turned it into a screenplay for a television pilot, which also won several major international competitions. At the heart of Chris's story, however, is a profound commitment to social mobility. The first in his family to attend university, he understands that talent is often more abundant than the resources needed to nurture it, and he has dedicated himself to changing that. Through his charitable trust and Think Strong Ventures, he's contributed more than $300,000 in philanthropic funding to benefit students in the UK, the United States, and Barbados. During the pandemic, he supplied laptops to children in Barbados, where he was living at the time, who had been shut out of distance learning, and he donated more than $30,000 in food aid to communities in need. We're honoured that Northumbria has been a particular focus of this generosity. Chris has worked with the university to establish the Chris K. Jones Creative Writing Scholarship and the Chris K. Jones Entrepreneurs Scholarship, including one scholarship reserved just for women. He believes in the importance of supporting women entrepreneurs. His scholarships have supported 20 of our students through their studies in recent years. A dedicated Northumbria alumnus, he has championed the benefits of philanthropic support for the university among graduates across the United States, helping to build a community of giving that stretches far beyond these shores. Pro-Chancellor, In recognition of his entrepreneurial achievement, his creative ambition, and his transformative commitment to widening opportunity for students at Northumbria and beyond, I present to you Chris K. Jones to be admitted to the degree of Doctor of Civil Law, Honorary.
By the authority of the University, I confer upon you the degree of Honorary Doctor of Civil Law, honoris causa.
Thank you so much, Pro-Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor, for this incredible honor. It was around this time, 37 years ago, that I was meticulously planning and saving for my semester abroad at Northumbria University, then known as Newcastle Polytechnic. I was working 7 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day, as the youngest accountant on environmental disaster sites. During those long days, while my friends were partying at the New Jersey shore, I was crunching numbers. But I had a vision. Son, that was something they didn't. I kept my vision in my head every hour of every day that I worked. And that vision was creating a chain of dollar bills crossing the Atlantic to New Jersey, from New Jersey to Newcastle. And I repeated over and over in my head, present sacrifices for future benefits. Present sacrifices for future benefits. And for that summer that I sacrificed, what did I get in return? I received memories, friendships, and a connection to Newcastle and this institution that have lasted me a lifetime. Present sacrifices for future benefits has gotten me through some of the most difficult times of my life. It has been mostly my struggles and failures that have given me the will and determination to master my craft of accounting, finance, and entrepreneurship. Now, in my second act, I have the happiest of struggles with my screenwriting and filmmaking. Do not shy away from struggle. It is in the struggle that you will find your mastery and joy. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's not. When we push ourselves to our limits and find another gear, it builds confidence, gives perspective, and creates excitement. Struggle is good. I struggled at my university in New Jersey, where I did horribly on exams. I couldn't understand. I studied, and I knew my stuff, but I was barely passing. It was not until I came here to Northumbria that I achieved my highest marks in my academic career. Why? No exams. It was all presentations and papers, which I excelled at. Northumbria taught me that I wasn't stupid or a failure, but that I retain and demonstrate my knowledge differently than most people. I learned that here, and it changed my life. And I will always be grateful to this university. Although my accounting department in New Jersey dismissed me from their program, I knew I was a good accountant, and my grades did not reflect my potential. You're looking at someone who's a 3-time CFO of the Year, and I am not a chartered accountant. I do not even have an accounting degree, but I'm a very good accountant. I am proof that you can do anything in this world as long as you do not listen to the negative voices inside your head. Embrace struggle, make sacrifices, and always, and I mean always, bet on yourself. Congratulations. I'm so very proud of all of you, and go England.